Hey everybody, okay, this is Czardas by Monti. I was asked in the last video I made it was about harmonics, and someone said, hey, please do it on Czardas. This is the meno, whatever, quasi lento, measure 70, artificial harmonics, okay? So that means, by the way, I taught another video on artificial harmonics a long time ago, so if I don't go through all the basics here, go back and watch that one, because I want to get to the point. But I will tell you, just really briefly, you take your one, you put it down firm enough to stop the string, you hear pitch, then you lightly touch with your four, a fourth above, where your E, say I'm on the A string, B, and then where four would play E, I just barely touch the string. So it's firm enough to stop the string here, although I need to be able to move, so I can't squeeze. And then barely touch with the four, you'll get a 2-octave higher resulting sound. Do you see where that line is? Okay, so when I'm playing with my one, I'm up on the tip, but with my four, it's not up on the very tip. I play with a flat pinky, right? Okay, so first things first, you must be able to play this with the first finger and be in tune. So, okay, that note was not in tune. But anyway, you get the idea. Be able to play it with your one or open strings, okay? Next, the intervals as you go higher and lower get closer. So you can be really frustrated with that. I would recommend spending a bunch of time just getting one note to work. So what I think helps a lot, remember what I said about the left hand, but tilt your bow slightly away from you and keep it in one spot. And we want to get close to the bridge. This works so much better if we use a fast bow and we're at the bridge, which is not the way we normally play. A fast bow at the bridge would create a ponticello sound, which we do not want here. That's not a good quality sound. But when I do that with a harmonic, it makes it pop right out. So bow speed is really important. Also, your contact point. It can't be moving around too much or you lose control of the sound. Now, I do move it around some. I mean, if I'm playing a note and I want a diminuendo, I might let it taper out away towards the fingerboard. That's all right, but I did it on purpose. So what you need to be able to do is control your contact point. So you might just pick one note and work on this. Use small bows at first, and then start to increase your bow speed and your bow length. I think something else that helps, it helps me at least, is if I just try and keep it parallel to the bridge, it's gonna move a little bit. But if I slightly do what I call figure 8 bowing, which I teach in another video, figure 8 bowing. It's a sensation in the hand where you're going up, pulling slightly in, and then before you go down, you go to where the stick is going out. In and out is what Galamian called it, but it's like in is towards my stomach. I'm extremely overdoing it here to make a point. And then out is away from my body. And the 8 part is the shape you would see the tip and the frog making as you're doing this. It's nowhere near that obvious, but all I'm trying to do is keep my contact point. And it's easier to keep your contact point this way than any other way. So on my down bow, on my up bow, I'm in, down, I'm out. And just stare right here. It's hard to do it on the camera, but stare right there. And then obviously you reduce the amount, but you're trying to have control over that contact point. It's quite helpful. So you tilt the bow a little bit, try the figure 8. You don't even have to do the figure 8. Just try on an up bow and see if it helps. Pull in. Now, you can hop the bridge if you lose control. Let's go over here. Another thing is you've got to remember to push away from me before you start your down bow. Otherwise, it'll immediately drift out over the fingerboard. So before you go down, you have this moment where you turn it around. Watch that other video if you're confused by that, okay? Let's see, what else? When you go up to the high E on the G string, near the end, you have the C sharp, and M on the D. You swing your elbow under a little bit, okay? Because what a lot of people do is they go into the string this way instead of this way, which puts more weight and also messes up your distance between 1 and 4. So if you shift from the elbow to get up there to the high E, up on the G string, I think you'll have more success. The last thing I would say is, you may have noticed I did some vibrato, right? So it's just a regular vibrato with my 1. You see that first knuckle move, and then the 4 is just barely moving with it, but I'm moving the whole arm. It's like an arm vibrato. Okay, and if you do, if you just do a little bit, you can actually shape your phrases using that, as another tool in your arsenal to create some emotion from this passage, which is such a great moment. And most people, they don't know what you're doing. They hear these sounds and they think, whoa, what is that? It's like a woodwind instrument or something, right? Which is pretty cool. Anyway, try it. Let me know if it helps. And I guess I'll talk to you later. Bye.